Follow along as I teach you how to design a kitchen using IKEA's Kitchen Planner. It's a fabulous free tool that anyone can use whether or not you're buying IKEA cabinets. Log into IKEA and you're going to be able to see a screen that just looks just like this. It'll say start designing and you'll come to this room selector tool where you can just select the room that you want to design, the shape of the room. And you have some different options. You have enclosed kitchen spaces and you have open kitchen spaces. These just allow you to create different types of spaces where the kitchen is within these this area here, and this dotted line represents another part of a room, a living room or whatnot. The same with this, the same with this. So we're going to select this room shape. Maybe this is just the type of room that you have. When you get in here, you will see that you have some options. Room shape, define the space. You can add elements, openings, and coverings such as floor covering, wall coverings, and whatnot. And you can change your ceiling height. For the sake of this video, our ceiling height is going to be 96 inches finished ceiling. So this is our room shape. Now we can add our windows and doors. And in this kitchen, we're going to move this window. And all you do to move a window is click it and drag it. And you can see that it shows you the measurements on each side of the window. So you can drag it in to be close to what you want it to be in your kitchen space. And right now we'll just put it here because we're going to change these wall lengths. So you click on a wall and it'll tell you the distance of that wall. This is 157 and a half. And I want to make this 180 inches. And when you do that, you can select to apply above or below. So that means it'll lengthen it from the bottom or it will lengthen it to the top. So this one applied it to the above. So it lengthened it up this way up top. This wall here is 118. We're going to make this 10 feet exactly. So we'll just go 120 inches and we're going to go to the right. So that's fine. And then we have this little L-shaped section here, this little nook. And maybe what I'll do, I will change this to 48 and we'll apply to the right. What we'll do, we'll put a doorway here. So maybe this is a doorway to a set of stairs, basement stairs, or maybe out to another room. We'll put a doorway here, and we'll also put a doorway in here. Maybe that leads to another room as well. So we're going to put a doorway here, and I'm also going to duplicate that door. So you hit duplicate, and it puts it here where I want it on that wall. Now you can move these doors around. You can change their size. So to change the size of a door, you just hit modify. Once you select the door, and you can change its width, its height, and its wall side position and opening. And we will leave it open the way it is, but we will change the height to 80 inches, and we will change its width for this door. It's an interior door, so we'll change it to 32 inches. This door here we will also change. So you hit modify, and we'll make this a 36-inch door. And we'll make that 80 as well. Now, maybe you want something else there instead of that door. So we can go up here and we'll just look at all these spaces. So this is my basic room for now. So we can define our space. Now, we could, if we wanted to, we could add a wall, we can add an area separation, and we can add a slope ceiling. And if you're going to use this, I suggest that you just play around with these things. But for this one, we'll keep it simple because we want to get into designing a kitchen. But maybe we want to add a little return wall. And maybe there's a little return wall here somewhere. So you just put it in, you just click and drag, and you can make that return wall whatever size you want. Let's just, I'll just click and there you go. So now we just have a return wall. We hit OK. So we have this little kitchen shape. We have 10 by 180 by another 120 inches. And, then maybe this is a little nook. Maybe there's another doorway here, whatever the case may be. So this is our little kitchen, and we're going to design this. Now I have a window here, but let's go up here. We can hit elements. So we can do structures, electricity, heating, ventilation, and fittings. And for the sake of designing your kitchen, it's not super necessary to put all these things in, but let's just click on structures. We can do boxes and columns, and there could be a pipe chase. There could be just some structure that's in the way that you want to identify, and this is the way that you do it. You just select that structure. It'll put it on the plan. You can put it maybe in the corner because it's a pipe chase, and then you can just select and modify that so you can make its width 12. You can make its height 96 because it goes to the ceiling, and its depth 12. So it's a little pipe chase, and you can put that right in the corner. Now, when you switch over to the 3D section, which is down here in the bottom corner, it will show you your plan so far. but you can see you have this pipe chase here if you have one of those. I will leave it here for the sake of this video because what we'll plan to do is block that corner off. And when you have a pipe chase like this, blocking a corner off is actually a good idea, so that you're not cutting into a cabinet or using a blind or something like that. So we'll leave it there and we'll block the corner off. Go back to elements. We may want to add some electric elements. You can put those in if you decided to or not. And then you have other things like heating. So you have a resizable element, or you could maybe like a radiator or something like that. And of course, ventilation. If you have some air ducts, you can put all these things in to get it as close to what your kitchen might look like. And then you have something that's visually more representative of your space. And you go to openings, you do windows, doors, and wall openings. Now, wall openings would be, say, a passway to a living room. So that's what we want to do here. Instead of that door, we'll do a wall opening. And we're going to put that wall opening on this wall. And we'll select it and we'll make it 72 inches wide because it's a little dining area in there. Hit OK like that. And I'm OK with its location. Maybe we'll drag it a bit more here. So now we have this opening into this other room. And maybe this is what your room looks like. Maybe we'll make this a little bit bigger instead of 120. Let's go 144. So that's 12 feet. Oops, undo is just Control Z, just like anything else on the computer. If you make a mistake, and I did, I want to go 144 to the left. I want to go that way. All right, so there, that's a little better. We can maybe fit a few more things in there. This window here, though, we are going to change. We're going to make it, so you just hit Modify. Select and Modify is going to be the tool that you're going to use the most. And we'll actually make this a true 48-inch window. And I'll make it 42 inches high. And then its height from the floor, which is a great feature to have. I'm going to set this at 39 inches. And I will adjust its position on the wall. Again, I'll cheat in a little bit to adjust its position because we want this to fit a certain way, just so I can show you everything. Let's go to coverings. We'll do this real quick. So paint, concrete, wallpaper, tile, wall planks, hardwood floor. Let's do some flooring. We'll change our flooring. We'll change it to this rustic looking thing here. At least we'll try. Oh yeah, there you go. Click. You just got to click it and then do the little paint thing. That's fine. Let's go back to coverings. We'll do wall paint. Let's paint our walls, people. Ooh, they give you some nasty colors to paint your wall. Let's go with this pretty color here. Apply to all. All right, so we have our pretty blue walls, our hardwood floor, and this is what our kitchen looks like. So now if we're happy with this and this is our space and everything is good, then we can move on to look at adding cabinets to our design. So you can hit continue now that we have something that we are pleased with. It'll bring us into our design view, and this is where we can design everything. So now when you're using the IKEA planner, this little arrow section here allows you to move the floor plan position. And so if you just move it to the left, it'll move the whole floor plan. You move it up to that corner. And when you zoom in, it zooms into that corner. You can move it back down here, wherever you want. And it rotates around that point. So that's important when you're trying to look at different aspects of your kitchen in 3D. You can just move it around that point. And we'll use that as we go here to design our kitchen. So I'll just put it in the middle for now. This isn't a large kitchen, so it should be fairly easy to use. So we have cabinets, appliances, dining, kitchen extras, and the search tool. Main point really of this video is to show you that this design tool, you don't need to be using IKEA cabinets. You say, Mark, I'm not buying IKEA cabinets. I'm doing custom, doing something else. Then this doesn't matter. You can use this tool to help you design spaces so you can get an idea of what that is going to look like. Now, regardless of, yes, you're using IKEA sizes, the point is to design something, to come up with ideas. That's really the biggest part of designing it, to fine tune these ideas so that you can get something that you're happy with. Like I said, no matter if you're using IKEA or not. Now, if you're using IKEA, it works really well because it's using all of their cabinets. And then hit order and it'll order everything, and it'll always have everything in stock for you 100% of the time. I'll show you some of these controls. Down here we have 2D. So that gives you an overview floor plan mode. I like using this, but I like the IKEA planner because it lets you design in 3D as you go, which is very easy to do. We have these little this little tool here, which is your view options. So your view height, default, high, and countertop. So countertop will give you this kind of lower view, which is I kind of like this lower view. You can also do from the ground if you want to see what your kitchen looks like. If you're a Cocker Spaniel, and you can do high, if you want to see it from that elevation. Back to 3D. Let's play around with those, learn how they feel, and yeah, we're on counter height, so there we go. All right, let's put some cabinets. So we just hit select the cabinets, and it'll bring up all these different cabinets for corners, sink bowls, cooktops, all the different types of base corners that IKEA has, or base cabinets, all the types of wall cabinets that they have, and all the types of high cabinets. Very simple. You just select, usually start with bases, move to walls, go to high cabinets later on, and we can go from there. We'll put a sink base in, we'll put some appliances in, we'll put some other cabinets, we'll get this thing designed, and I'll show you how to change options as we go so that you can design this yourself. Once you click on the cabinet that you want, we'll go back to cabinets here. Once we click on for a double bowl sink, you can go the height, which they're all 30, and you can go width, which they're all 36. So I'll show you that in a few minutes. We'll go with the standard cabinet. And once we select it, it just puts it on the floor plan for us. You select the cabinet, you select these little arrows, you can move it around wherever you want. We're going to put it under the sink, and we can go to 2D as well, and we can select it and move it around. It'll center it on the sink for you automatically, so you don't have to be too precise with that. And so that's very helpful. Then when you can select that sink, and you have some options here as well. You can modify some different things. You can change or delete the sink that's in it, the faucets if you want. You can change the door style, the handles, the countertops, and a whole bunch of other things here as we go. So you'll notice when you place one cabinet that it automatically adds for you a left and a right cover panel, because IKEA suggests that you put cover panels on cabinets. And so if that's the case, that's fine. What will happen, and when we add another cabinet, at least I hope it'll happen, is it will remove that because it understands that you're putting a cabinet next to it and it doesn't need to have one. So the next thing we want to do is put in an appliance. Whether or not you're using IKEA's appliances, it doesn't matter. I recommend that you use them for designing out the kitchen, because it'll allow you to see the full effect of what a kitchen will look like, instead of using the kind of these run-of-the-mill generic ones, which are grayed out and they don't look as nice. So I say just go ahead, use the appliances that IKEA has so that you can see what it looks like. You can always delete them later if you're looking for pricing. You can always, you can do that later on, but this gives you a good visual, and that's really what the point of what I want to do tonight. So the visual is the main thing. So we have some 24-inch dishwashers, which will be your standard size. They have them with paneled fronts and without. And for this one, we're going to go with a standard dishwasher without a panel front, an integrated dishwasher. So you can either click it and it'll put it on the plan, or you can click and drag it and you can put it anywhere you want. So what it does, it'll automatically add countertop over the top. We'll change all the countertops later in one fell swoop. So we'll leave it this butcher block for now, but there you see it, you added your dishwasher. Now what happens if we go back to this cabinet and we're going to modify it? I just want to go down to the cover panels. So see, before it had a left cover panel and a right cover panel. Now it just has a right cover panel. It deleted the one on the left, so we don't have to worry about that because it knows there's a dishwasher there. There's no reason for a cover panel. We'll go back to cabinets, and we're going to go to, and here's what we'll do. I'm going to go to my floor plan. And what I want to do is I want to do a little measurement here. So if you click that measurement tool I just clicked on up top, and we can just move this slider over here because this is kind of the position I want to go to. We can measure from the side panel. You just click on the side panel, and we can measure over to the wall. And it'll give us a distance to that wall, which is 57 7/8. So this helps us to determine what kind of cabinets we're going to go with. We're going to use a standard run-of-the-mill base corner. So we just go down to here for corner, and it gives you all your options. We have the Lazy Susan option. We have your blind corners. We have your blind corners with nothing in them, which I don't even know why they exist. And we're going to go with a regular 38 by 38 corner base cabinet. We'll throw it on the plan, and you can spin it around and move it around like that. Stick it in the corner just like that. We have our corner cabinet. This wall, I'm going to put a pantry, we'll put a fridge, we'll put a drawer bank, whatnot. On this wall over here, I'm going to put our range and vent hood and that kind of thing. And then we'll see if we can fit an island in this kitchen, whether or not it'll fit or not. Let's throw a fridge in there right away. So we'll go to appliances and we will find our fridges. Where are they at? Fridge freezers. There we go. Something like this. This is probably a 36-inch. So we're going to select that one, put that in our plan. I need a lot of pantry space for this kitchen. So we're going to go back to cabinets, down to high cabinets, and we're going to go with door and drawer. So you're going to select the width. We're going to select a 30-inch, and we're going to select 90 inches high because that's what I want. I want to go with 40-inch high wall cabinets. That'll take me right up to the ceiling. Bammo. Now, here's what I want to do first. See here, it automatically adds this filler strip on the 3D visual, but it does not add it to the item list. So if you go to the item list, there is actually no filler there. It's just for the visual. And so what you can do is toggle that on and off. So on any cabinet, you can go down all the way to the bottom, and there's this little toggle switch for filler piece, and it'll remove it. And I suggest you remove it for the purpose of remembering that there isn't actually one there, and you need to put one there because you can easily forget that. So I'm going to remove it, and then I am going to put in a filler strip in that spot. I'm going to use a 2-inch filler. And so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to move that cabinet out of the way just for a minute. I'm going to go to cabinets, high cabinets, all the way down here to filler pieces and cover panels, freestanding cover, freestanding filler piece for a tall cabinet. So we're going to click and drag it on our plan. Just drop it there. X that out. So we're going to put it over here. No, not like that. Sometimes it snaps it to a different wall. I'm going to go like that, put it against that wall. And I'm going to modify it because I only want it to be 2 inches wide, 2 inches, and I want it to be 90 inches high. So make sure you do that. And then you can hit enter, X that out, move our fridge, make sure we have room for our pantry that we will move back into place. Now we do have a true filler strip on that pantry, not just a facade that it put in there. We're going to put a 36-inch drawer bank. I'm going to go with a 3-drawer bank. So we're going to go drawer with drawers. Width, we can select 36-inch. The reason I do the width and the height selection is it just narrows down my selection so I don't have to scroll through every size. And I want to go with 3-drawer. This has the hidden drawer on top. We'll use that for this. And if you just click it, it puts it wherever it wants, but I'm going to click on it and drag it over to my preferred area and make sure it's butted against that cabinet. Now, what we're going to do, you'll notice if you click on this cabinet and we modify it, that we can go down here. We can toggle that off, make sure there's no fillers, and make sure there's no cover panels. So it puts one on the left. I don't need one on the left because it's against a fridge. I'm going to put a fridge panel there, so I'm going to delete that. Now we're going to go to high cabinets and down to filler pieces and cover panels because we want to put in a refrigerator panel. I always suggest putting a refrigerator panel on a refrigerator because you can, one, build it in to give it that kind of look, and it creates a blockade so that nothing can go in behind the refrigerator. So we're going to hit cover panel, drag it into the plan, and we can put it, hopefully we can put it, there we go, slide it right in there. Now you're going to have to select it. It is selected already. Hit modify. We're going to make it 94 inches. Why are we making it 94 inches? Because the tall cabinet is 90 and the toe kick space is 4 inches, meaning that you have to make the panel at 94 inches. So we're going to do that. The wall cabinets are 40 inches and they start at 54 from the finished floor. This keeps everything on one level. We are starting to have a kitchen. Let's continue on. We'll put a cabinet in here in this space here, and we know it's 36 inches. So we'll go to cabinets. We will go to refrigerator cabinets. See, they make this very, very easy. We want it to be 36 inches and we want it to be 20 inches high. And you only have one that you can select. So you just select that. It's at the wrong height, which is fine. You just put it here, and you have this little up and down arrow, so you can drag it. It has to be kind of freestanding. You can drag it to the height you want it, and then drag it into position. I always go to 2D to make sure that it's on the wall. There you go. See, it's all ready to go. So now we have something that looks like a kitchen. I gotta make this 94.5, not 94, because the toe kick space is 4.5. I'm going to put in a regular corner wall cabinet. Width, we're going to go 26 inches. Height, we're going to go 40 inches. And I love these Lazy Susans in these wall cabinets. It's the only Lazy Susan I like, actually. So there you have your wall cabinet, and then we have this space here. Easiest way is to go through 24s. And so that's what we'll do for the purpose of this, just so we can do it. So go to width, go to 24, go to height, go to 40 inches, and you have single door or double doors. I think I'm going to go a single door for these. Go to 2D. It helps you to maneuver things around when you get lost. So we can just move that in there. All right, so what happens is, and you can kind of see it if I bring it out here, see how it added, I don't know if you can see that well. I'll zoom in real close. I'll put it in place and I'll drag it out. I'll drag it out here. See how it added that cover panel on the side? So it automatically adds the cover panel when it recognizes that it's going to be open, and when you drag it into place, it removes them. So you removed them on both sides, on this side and that side. So just interesting, just good to know. Okay, and then you'll notice on the tall cabinet, I can see it here, there's a cover panel. We want to remove that. I don't need a cover panel there because it's against the wall and there's a filler. You're just wasting money. So it's very important to go through, and you'll go through at the end to make sure you have filler panels where you need them. When they're not needed, make sure you get rid of them. So delete it. I also should say you should probably delete the one on the right because it's next to a fridge. You're not going to see it. So delete those filler panels. Now what you'll have to do is drag that cabinet over, and you'll see you have this space, and I'll drag over here. You have this space left over. The filler's not big enough. That's fine for now. We'll change that in a few minutes. Okay, we have this space here. I want to figure out what it is. I go to my measurement tool, select that, and we'll just drag this arrow so we can get right in there. So we're going to go from the side of that, whoop, to the side of this, which is 22 inches. Oh, I did measure it wrong. All right, move it. Let's go with an 18. That's even better. So we'll go to an 18. This is what it's all about. You just make mistakes. It's no big deal. 18 inches, we're going to have to put a filler in there. We want to have a 3-drawer bank because I like those. Put it on the floor plan, X that out. If you just drag it, put it in there, it'll automatically align itself to the wall. And then it added the filler, see here, but I want to modify it and take that filler out because I want to put our own filler in that space. So we have a kitchen. It's coming along. It's looking good. Let's just move over to the other side because I want to design this corner. IKEA does us a great favor in that they have a filler that is a corner filler. So the last one here is a freestanding filler piece for a corner base. So we're going to select that, and it gives you this corner filler, which is genius. For the sake of our picture, because I can't change the color of that pipe chase, I'm going to get rid of it. We'll just pretend it's there, but because I can't change its color, it's going to look silly. So let's just remove it. So now we can just select our corner filler, and we can move it right back in place. Now, I'm guessing that's about 30 inches. Let's just play around with it. So, you know, maybe not every time you want to go up and select the little measurement tool and select everything. So you can just play around with cabinets. Let's just do it that way. So we'll go with drawers, and I think it's about 30 inches. So we'll select a 30 inch. And you know what? For this one, I'm going to go with a 4-drawer. Because I want lots of cutlery maybe. So I don't know, we'll just put it in there. It was very close to that size. Filler piece in. You need to get in the habit of putting the fillers in yourself so that you know that they're there and you're paying for them instead of them visually being there and then they're not on the plan. You got to buy them or you forget them. Let's go to our 2D view and we can see it here. We have this corner filler. Bammo, just like that. Now let's put a range in. We'll do this one in 2D. So we go to cabinets, we go to ranges, and you know, maybe you have a wall oven and a cooktop. Let's do wall oven and a cooktop. Oven and a microwave oven. Oh, let's do that. 30 inches wide because that's all the option you have. We want to go with 90 high, and we'll select this one. We'll just throw that in there. We'll put that right against the wall. Actually, I'm going to put a filler there first. Freestanding filler piece for high cabinets is the one we want. And we're going to put that right against the wall. We're going to leave it. Actually, I'm going to change it to exactly 3 inches for this one. Make it 94 and a half. Now we're going to put in a cabinet for a range top. And they have them right here for a cooktop. Let's do one with a drawer. Well, let's go width. Let's do 36. And we'll go, we'll do this one right here. 224s on either side of there. What I'm going to do for that one is go to cabinets, base cabinets with drawers, and we'll go width 24 because I think that's what it is. All right, there we go. So this is our kitchen so far. What do you think? We got a blocked corner rather, with 2 drawer banks, 3-inch corner, 90-degree corner. So that's really good. And on the other side, we have a regular corner. So just like that, and we'll block off the top as well. And we're having something that looks like a kitchen. This is a beautiful kitchen so far. Okay, let's put in a blocked off corner for the top. And when you go to filler pieces, They do not have a corner filler piece, so you have to make one. So we will do a freestanding filler piece for a wall cabinet. We're going to select that and drag it. We'll put it anywhere for now. We're going to do another one, put it over here. Okay, let's go to 2D because it's a little easier to do this in 2D. Get rid of this so we can see everything. So we can see our two little fillers there. They are 3 7/8. We're going to make them 3 inches, and we're going to make them 40 inches high because that's our wall cabinet height. All right, you can duplicate anything you want, any cabinet, and it makes it super easy. So we're going to drag these, and it kind of has a snap feature. So when you get close to an item, it snaps in, and that's very helpful. So hit the like and subscribe button if you like that little tip. I do appreciate it. Okay, this one's not on the wall, so I want to make sure it's right on the wall. So we're going to leave that just like that for now. We'll go back to our 3D and we will see that they are on our floor plan. And there we have our corner filler. So you have to build that one yourself. Not a big deal. Let's put a cabinet on each side. So now what we will do is go with a door. And there's lots of different cabinets here we can use. We go height, 40 inches high. And I don't know what the size of that is. This looks to be about, I'm going to guess 36 inches. So let's just do that. Let's just put a 36 in. And away we go there. My goodness. This is why 2D is helpful. You can just select that cabinet, put it in place. All right, now we'll go to 3D, and there we go. Drag it down so it's at the right height. So I'm not super fan of that. So this is why this is helpful. You can just look at it and say, I don't know. I'm going to change the view here to default so we can go up a little bit higher. And there you go. This might be helpful as well when you're doing wall cabinets. And so that might be too tight to that window. So maybe we'll just remove that cabinet altogether, and then we'll go back here. So the next cabinet down is a 30-inch with doors. So 30 inches wide, height is 40, only gives you one option. So you can select that. It'll throw it on the plan, and you just drag it over to here. And it's at the right height. So we're going to select these and drag those up. Select this one and drag it up. All right, let's put a cabinet above our range, and let's go with a range hood. Appliances, and we'll go to extractor hood. Gives you a few different options here from IKEA. Of course, we're using all the IKEA appliances, but what I said before, and I'll say again, this doesn't matter if you're using IKEA or not. What matters is that you're getting the look that we want. Now we're going to go to cabinets. And we're going to cabinets with doors, and we will go with a 15 inches wide. And I'll throw that over here. Okay, this is what I want to show you is you got this cabinet here, but it's hinged incorrectly. We don't like the way that's hinged. So what you do is select it, and you just go to modify. You go down to handles, and you modify the handle, and you can select right, center, or left, and it will change the handle position to the left. So this would be more what would be normal. And on this side, let's go back to 24 wide, single door cabinet. This is where the little thing on the floor comes in handy. You got to move it. Oops, a little finicky. That's okay. You got to move it over to here because that's what we're going to be looking at. We can zoom in now, right, nice and tight on that spot. And we can see this filler. So we select it, and we're going to just lower it. There we go. We have our blocked off corner on the right side of the sink. We have our regular corner base cabinet and our regular corner wall cabinet on the left side of the sink. We have our pantry, we have our fridge. So if we zoom out and take a bird's eye view here, we have a very lovely kitchen space here. I'm going to move this to the center. We can rotate around this kitchen quite easily. I didn't want a white kitchen, and I didn't want butcher block countertop. So if you select this cabinet and hit modify, we can go to style and color. So this is really the main thing. You want to change your style and color. And I don't want that butcher block. I want to go with something. Let's see what this looks like. So this is what I want to show you. If you select this, it'll allow you to apply to all or just apply to the one section. And we want to apply it to the whole thing. And it changes all our countertops in one foul swoop, just like that. Okay. Same thing goes with modifying the handles. I don't like those particular handles, so I want to change them to something else, and maybe I want to change them to these. Look interesting, so let's select that and apply to all. It changes all of them all at once, so this is great. And then we can also, at that same cabinet, hit modify and change our drawer front to a different color. And we're really into the blue. It's probably not going to go with our wall color, so let's not go there. Let's do gray. So do the Axted, and we want to apply to all. We're going to change the whole thing. Unavailable product. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's go to a different color then. Encoping. Apply to all. There we go. This is our color for now. We just changed it. This is what we like. We've seen the sample in the store and the showroom. We're very happy with it. And now we want to make some other changes. So anything that's exposed with IKEA, you have to apply panels to, because their boxes, at least in the United States, are only white. In Canada, they have white and a brown color. Select the cabinet, hit modify, go down to right cover panel and hit add. And you want to select the same color that you just did, Encoping. And you want to apply to just that one section. If you hit apply all, it'll add it everywhere, and you might not want it everywhere. So you're just going to apply it to that one section. You see it changes. We're going to do this to all the cabinets. It's fairly simple. Once you get the hang of it, you just go add, select the one that you want, select apply to all, and you're done just like that. We'll select this one. Oh, we want to change the position of that handle also at the same time. So we'll go modify up there left. We'll go to right. Then we'll go back and we'll go down to right cover panel, and we'll go down to Encoping, apply to section. You can see as you do this a couple times, it becomes quite simple to do. You select that cabinet. We already changed the handle, so we're just going to do the left cover panel and make that Encoping and apply to that section. Same thing with this cabinet now, because, oh, I guess you got to change that as well. We need to apply that. So we are going to left cover panel, and we want that to be Encoping as well. Apply to that one section. And I think there's a right cover panel on here, which we want to remove. We do not need it. Oh, no, there isn't. Perfect. All right, we'll hit X on that. Let's go to our filler. It's disturbing me because it's going up to the ceiling. Maybe it's too high, 94.5. No, it's the right height, so I just got to lower this thing maybe. Or maybe I got to make it 90. Because it set it at the same height as that. Yeah, I got to make it 90, my bad. I have to make the fridge panels 94.5. So there we go. We have that done. So there you go. Look at that. If you are choosing IKEA, just know that all these cabinets come equipped with lights already on there. Basically, IKEA set it up so that you have to get rid of them. And if you forget, you buy them. And you might not want to buy IKEA's lights for a number of reasons. So you do have to go and delete them from every cabinet that you do. I'll leave them on for now, but if you want to, you just hit delete and it gets rid of it. So we'll just delete it on that one for now. You may want to put some molding on this kitchen, which I'll show you how to do. We're going to go down to legs and toe kick, and we're going to modify that. And we're going to select the one that we want, which is the Encoping. We're going to hit apply to all because we want these all to be changed at once. So that's very helpful. All right, I got to change this panel here. So we'll do that. We'll modify that. And we're going to go to the style of Encoping. Hello, done. We'll hit modify again, and we're going to go with the cornice, which is crown molding basically. And we can go with Encoping wood effect. Note it looks, oh, there it is. And we're going to apply to all, and it'll just add that everywhere. Now in this cabinet here, it doesn't return into the wall. So you go on there, go to modify, and I believe you can go select right side. Okay, so that's what to do with that cabinet. And again, you do the same thing on this cabinet, select it, modify. So there's quite a bit of stuff that you can do with this. We're going to go left side, and you play around with it. We're going to do this cabinet. We'll do the right side. You necessarily don't have to do this when you're just laying out a kitchen, because you're just really trying to come up with design ideas. But for the sake of this finished look that we're going to go for, we're going to do it. So we'll go to modify that, and we'll go to left side. So there we have basically our completed kitchen. We could put some light molding or deco strip along everything, because it would make more sense if we have lights. So we apply to everywhere, hide those light fixtures. So this is our completed kitchen. If you have questions about the IKEA Kitchen Planner, about designing a kitchen, or anything kitchen related, please reach out in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you and answer your questions. See ya.